Welcome to the Northern Territory Workers' Compensation Scheme. This short video will explain how insurance brokers can help employers understand and meet their workers' compensation obligations in the Northern Territory. This is important to protect employers and injured workers. Workers' compensation insurance is mandatory for all employers, no matter the size or nature of their business. For more guidance, you may also like to watch our video, Workers' Compensation Insurance Guide for Employers. Brokers are experts in insurance and risk management. An insurance broker can help employers by providing advice about workers' compensation insurance, arranging and placing cover with an approved insurance company, and other related matters. Brokers work on behalf of their clients to ensure employers protect their businesses from the financial costs of workers' compensation. Before purchasing insurance, a broker can assist employers to gather information about their business, to negotiate quotes from insurance companies, and to provide advice. This involves several actions: identifying the employer's main business activities and associated risks and insurance needs, confirming how much the employer spends on wages for workers. It's important that wages are accurate and not underdeclared. Providing employers with information and advice to determine whether family members, working directors, contractors and subcontractors should be considered as workers, thereby enabling them to be covered for workers' compensation insurance. When purchasing insurance, a broker can compare pricing and claim service. A broker should ensure employers understand how an insurer has calculated a premium, policy provisions and conditions, and how and when a premium will be paid. When a policy of insurance is purchased or renewed, the insurer or broker must issue a certificate of currency. A broker should ensure employers have a current workers' compensation policy. Employers need a workers' compensation insurance policy to cover all workers they employ. There is confusion by employers that people with an ABN are contractors and do not need to be covered. This is often not the case. It's easy to work out if a person is an employee or contractor. Employers should use the Employee Contractor Decision Tool on the Australian Taxation Office website. It takes only a few minutes to find out. Employees for PAYG tax purposes must be covered for workers' compensation even if PAYG tax is not being withheld. Policies must be renewed before there is a break in cover. Brokers are best placed to support employers by attending properly to unintended policy lapses, cancellations or the transfer of insurance to a different insurer. Any gap in workers' compensation insurance will expose an employer to a penalty, including an infringement notice and prosecution. Brokers can also help employers meet the statutory timeframes for lodging workers' compensation claims and understand their related obligations. Employers sometimes lodge claims directly with insurers and other times via a broker. A broker should make sure an employer knows they must send claims to the insurer within 3 working days of receiving a claim from the worker. If an insurer does not make a decision within 10 working days of the employer receiving the claim, it is deemed accepted. Keep in mind that statutory timeframes remain the same even when claims are lodged via a broker on behalf of an employer. Employers must develop a proposal for a return to work plan as soon as they identify an injured worker will be off work for more than 28 days. Have an obligation to try to provide injured workers with suitable employment. Prevention of injury is a legal obligation under work health safety laws, but will also save employers time, money and lost productivity. Small businesses can get free help to manage workplace safety from the NT WorkSafe Small Business Safety Program. When reviewing the insurance requirements of a business, don't forget to check if workers' compensation is needed. If the employer is based interstate, special attention must be given to whether they need a Northern Territory workers' compensation insurance policy. Be familiar with cross-border guidance material. Contact NT WorkSafe if you are not sure. When assisting employers, it is critical that the business activities and the employer's declaration of workers are accurately represented. The legislation sets a maximum of 28 days after a policy renews or expires for the employer to supply the insurer with a declaration of the actual remuneration paid to workers in the policy period. It's an offence if the employer does not comply. The Code of Practice for Insurance Brokers, developed by the National Insurance Brokers Association, also known as NIBA, outlines the expected professional standards for brokers related to workers' compensation. NIBA is continuously working to develop educational resources for brokers. Keep an eye on the NT WorkSafe and NIBA websites for new resources. Further information and help are available. If you have any questions, contact NT WorkSafe, who can assist you.